You know, I hear a lot of people contemplate about the things that concerns them as to why they won't return to Jamaica or as to why they wouldn't currently return to Jamaica. And for the majority of them that I hear, I believe that this one thing, one primary factor, is the key to why many of these Jamaicans aren't coming back. So let's have a chat about what that is.
Jam Fam family, the Jam Fam family, yeah. Jam Fam, come hang with me.
Hello, Wagwan. Big up yourself. Whether you're there, yard or you're there abroad. Welcome back to another episode of Life with the Jam Fams. I'm here in my little chill spot on my bill day, and I thought I'd just sit down and relax and enjoy the atmosphere and have a conversation with you at the same time. And what's that primary factor, you might ask? Well, the primary reason why most Jamaicans are delaying their return to Jamaica boils down to fear. Yes, you hear me, fear, F-E-A-R. They're fearful of the different things that they've heard about Jamaica. They're fearful of the narratives that have been spun. They're fearful of lots of different things that they see on social media, that they see on mainstream media, or that they hear from people who they've had conversation with. And it's just a notion of the fact that sometimes people share stuff, and the way in which they share it makes it seems a lot worse than it is. And they're doing it with good intent, because they want to make sure that people are aware of the experiences that some people have in Jamaica. But at the same time, this fear is stopping so many people from coming back to their country, because they are fearful that if they come here, things might happen to them in a way that it would not necessarily happen in the countries that they're coming from. The reality of the matter is that Jamaica is a developing country, and it's made leaps and bounds of development over the past decade or so, and it has a lot of macro development that still needs to be done, and a lot of micro development that still also needs to be done. Nevertheless, a lot of things have been happening in the country. A lot of upward mobility has been taking place, and a lot of development is going across the country, with different focuses on different industry and building out infrastructure. When it comes down to the different things that people talk about, people are talking about it from their experience, and it's not the majority of the country's experience, and so we need to be mindful of that. So the people who are looking to come back, but they're fearing returning for whatever reason that they're fearing returning, what I would say to you is that you need to have a look at what it is that people are saying to you that causes you fear. Are you fearful about the amount of money that you might need to be spending when you are here? Well, if you compare Jamaica to any of the so-called developed countries, so whether it's one of the European countries you're coming from or one of the countries in North America, well, of course, cost of living in comparison is going to be way less in Jamaica. Food prices in Jamaica tends to be significantly similar to the prices you would pay in any of those countries, or a bit more for some things. However, you have also the privilege of having your own little homestead, so you can grow some of your provisions or rear them for yourself, which would in effect reduce some of your cost in terms of shopping. But there are some things that you're going to want to buy, and those are going to be at a premium, because the reality is what it is. Jamaica, like most other country of its size and population, do tend to import a bit of things, and therefore those importation that it does is inevitably going to go off to the consumer. Also, the custom duties on products coming into Jamaica is very high for the people who are importing it, because it's one of the ways in which the government recoup taxation in ways that other countries don't. So in countries in the so-called developed countries, they recoup tax through income tax, because a significant number of the population are in employment that is trackable, and there are systems in place that they pursue people who are in other forms of employment that are not directly paid by a company or organization. So those countries are able to, they also have system in place that they track extensively to ensure that they are getting those income tax from people who are not paid directly by a company or organization, and therefore are better capable or in a better position currently to recoup those taxations, also because they are persistent in enforcing their laws and regulations where those things are concerned, and monies and payments, and so they can be a little bit more lenient on custom duties, whereas Jamaica doesn't yet have that privilege. And so some of the things you will buy are going to be on a little bit more of the expensive side when you buy them here. Nevertheless, in the grand scheme of things, the cost of living for majority of the people who have repatriated to Jamaica is less than what they were paying where they were living in the countries that they're repatriating from. Now, the other element of fear for why Jamaicans aren't choosing to return as readily is the fear of crime. Now, the crime rate in Jamaica is high. From what the statistics shows and the comparisons with other places, and there's no disputing that. However, does that reduce the safety of individuals in communities in Jamaica? No, it doesn't. So in terms of getting caught up in a lot of these things, most people aren't, and of course there are the case where probability results in people accidentally getting caught up in some of these, and the probability of it is no different from the probability of what it would be if you were in America, Canada, the UK, and other countries like that. So on a whole, when we think about it, we have to remember that Jamaica is a small country and there's not a lot of things to report. So of course the incidents where things happen, and I'm not by any means trivializing or minimizing crime, because it just isn't good for anybody anywhere. However, we've got to recognize that those things are going to catch the media light a lot more because they are easily accessible to report on. And so that should not be something that deter you. The other thing that tend to deter people in terms of their fear is with regards to their health and well-being. And quite a few people are put off because of the fact that they feel like they won't have good health care if they came here. Now, Jamaica is also a place where where it's a medical tourist destination. So people do come here for specific care. And there are facilities on the island that are exceptional in their performance. And like many other parts, coming from the UK where there is the NHS, we still have private health care. And so Jamaica has pretty much the same. You have the public health care, you have private health care. And there are insurance that you can take for your private health care. So that should not be something that deter you from coming, unless it is that you have a long-standing medical insurance somewhere else and you wouldn't want to break that for whatever reason, and your medical care is so much that you need constant and consistent health care. Even recently a subscriber came on and made a comment on the channel, and he had some his medical condition that he had was such that he was in constant need for care, and people were expressing concern when he said he was going to move back to Jamaica. But he said that since he's moved here, he has needed way less intervention and his health has improved so significantly. And it's because of so many different things, like the reduction in stress. It's things like the human interaction with people, because we're not running and rushing constantly. I went out over the Heroes Weekend and I met this lady, and she said that she's been in Jamaica since 1995. She's married and moved to Jamaica. She is coming from Cape Town, South Africa. And she's been here, and at first she said it was, she found it a little bit challenging initially, because of course, the systems and everything else that she was working with. But in the end, at the moment, she's very happy that she's still here, and she doesn't really feel the need to want to go anywhere else. And so initially, coming to Jamaica will require an adjustment, a significant adjustment. And for most people who've done the transition, they tend to say you need about 2 to 3 years to fully adjust to the system. And so wherever you are, don't allow fear to overtake you. Another subscriber came on and said that they are currently in the country. They are choosing to come for about 3 months a year over the next, they've started doing that, and they're going to see how it goes for 3 months this year, and then they will try that again next year, and they're planning out a 3-year move back plan. And so for them, they're just testing the waters to see what it's like living here. And of course, for me, I choose to go out and pay my bills. I choose to go out because I want the human interaction, I want the mobility, and I just want to be able to get out and about. You don't have to do that. And so in terms of some of the fears, you know, most places where you live is going to be secure, majority of the places, and neighbors look out for each other. So on a whole, don't let that be the thing that puts you off. And fear in itself is an emotion, and it can be a good emotion, but don't allow the ignorance, fear born out of ignorance. So, and in that sense, I'm not saying it in the Jamaican way now, I'm saying ignorance as in the lack of knowledge. Don't allow fear born out of the lack of knowledge to prevent you from coming back. Get the knowledge that you need about the different situations and scenario, and just invest the time and find out, because you never know where it might take you. And don't allow the fear of your safety to deter you either, because in the same level of safety that you have where you are, you can achieve that same level of safety here in Jamaica. And the medical care, unless you are somebody who needs constant medical supervision, most people are able to move to Jamaica and see how it and get on perfectly fine. So what I would suggest is that you if you choose to, then come and see what it's like for yourself, and then make that decision and make that move. But don't allow fear to hold you hostage and keep you in a country that you don't want to be in, and keep you in a place where you want to escape and you have to be living vicariously through other people, and you're not making that move. So whatever it is, where fear is your main reason for not coming, do your due diligence and do the research, and do yourself that favor and give yourself that reward to make that decision to move to wherever your home country is, if that is what you so desire to do. So that's the tax office behind me. Had to go there and make some land tax payment and pick up some stuff that I've been postponing because of all the queues when you go there. So now that I've done that, it wasn't that bad today. I had to wait. The whole process took me about 2 hours, and I got 2 things done, so that's awesome. And now I'm going to head on over to the other areas where I pay the bills and go and get those done, and then make my way back home. So that's about my morning so far. Productive, going to get some more stuff done, and then go back and work through my to-do list of things that I've got to get done for today. I did promise that I was going to go and have a look where the road took us from last time when I was just doing my bail. So I was out there where the spa was last time, as I came through the little park where I stand, or where I stay and relax a little bit, and I came down the road from there and come around to where it is. So that's it over there behind me, and it just comes down to this spot and it ends here. So it's just a little roundabout. It looks like driving instructors use it as well. So it's just a little nice little roundabout spot, and then you just see the trees and the philodendrons and all of those plant life enjoying the place. So now I've discovered what it is. So there is no thoroughfare, footpath or anything through here like I thought there might be. And so I thought I'd share it with you, since I've come and had the discover for myself as to what it is around here. And it just goes back along the same footpath that I'd come up, and just go down. So you can drive in, turn around for people who are coming in here for different office reasons and for the spa, and go back on themselves. Eleona's evening to make dinner, and she decided she's going to make pizza. So she decided, instead of using the pizza tray, which we have, a circular one, she decided she wants square pizza or rectangular pizza. So we'll see what it looks like when it's out of the oven. So this is my duty now to put it in. So I'm going to put it in the oven and see what it looks like when it comes out. And this is what it looks like all done. I cannot wait to get my piece. Oh my goodness. She's getting better at it. Yes, each time she goes, she improves it. Now, it's down to the taste test now, so we'll see. Madam, what you doing now?
I'm going to slice the pizza.
Okay. Wow. You think it's done?
I think it's done.
Wow. Okay, should I get the plates?
You can. You can. I cut it into quarters. Should I cut it into eighths?
You could.
Okay.
Because then, is the portion a quarter?
Oh, if you want a quarter. I don't know, you can take as much as you want as long as I have some.
Okay then. So what's in the thing? What's in this drinks you've made?
Strawberry syrup, orange and pineapple syrup, pineapple juice, orange juice, lime juice, water, and ice.
Okay, I hope it's going to be nice.
It is.
You see what I did there? Anyways, guys, wanna notice my bottles? Yeah. I used to put them in the bin, and then somebody said to me, "You're throwing away money." And so I'm now deciding that I'm going to be collecting them. And then when I get to the 24, which is how many are in one crate, I will take it to the exchange shop. So I want to see how that juice tastes. Is this your form of portioning? Of course, I'm going to make sure that I get some taste of that avocado, because I'm going to eat it with my pizza. Avocado season. So, avocado with pizza. And what's the topping on the pizza?
The best existing one. Pineapple. For those pineapple haters, I don't know why pineapple seems so bad for you on pizza, but I don't understand why. And sausage, because that's our version of pepperoni.
And it's chicken frankfurter. So I'm going to taste the juice. Cheers.
She likes it.
Tastes good. But you said what it looks like.
Guava juice.
But it tastes really good. I like it.
Thank you.
It also looks like fruit punch. So, bon appetit. I'm going to eat.
Okay.
Thank you for dinner.
You're welcome. I will need to see your taste test.
What, you want me to taste the pizza? Gosh. I did not plan on tasting the pizza.
Why? What are you going to do with it? Stare at it?
I like the crust.
Thank you.
It's nice and thin. And the good thing about it is, it's homemade.
Well, I'll see you later.
Well, let me go eat my food.
Okay. Bye. I'm going to taste the drinks with my favorite straw.
What does it taste like?
It just tastes like fruit punch. But like without the bits, because it's syrup.
Okay. So, would you make it again? Did you keep what your portions of each thing was?
I never portioned it.
Oh, just I.
and keep tasting until I feel like it tastes right.
So that means you can make it again. Alright then.
Bye. The Jam Fam family. We're Irie, living the good life. We're royal. having fun, enjoying the good life. Jam from family, the Jam from family, yeah. Jam fam, come hang with me. The Jam from family. We're Irie, living the good life. We're royal, cruising through the West Indies, having fun, enjoying the good life. Jam from family, the Jam from family, yeah. Jam fam, come hang with me.
Thank you for staying with us here on this another episode of Life with the Jam Fam. It was a privilege having this opportunity to talk with you once more as I'm sitting here in my little chillaxing place where I go when I go to do my builds, and I thought I'd just talk to you here. You see how many people going by saying hi and talking and getting that social interaction done, because that's just how Jamaican people are. So bye for now, and do take care, and we will see you in the next one. Hi.